Hopefully this will be the last stream of this darn game. Actually, hold on. Let me just make sure the... crap. Hold on. Oh wait, I just realized I'm using the wrong microphone. Hold on. Okay, let's try this. Yeah, thought I had this all set up, and apparently I didn't. Crap. Choice. Oh crap, I'm using the wrong microphone. Whatever, I'll just switch back to my old one. I have a new one, but I guess I'll use my old one. Whatever. Okay. So this is the one I'm using, right? Yeah, definitely. Alright. It is what it is. Let's just get this started. So the run where the RNG is the final boss fight. Boom. Okay, so far I'm not getting anyone in the chat yet. You guys are allowed to say stuff, you know? Okay, I'm just gonna get this started. With or without you guys. Oh, shoot, hold on. I'm not ready yet. I have to get the freaking thing out. I just forgot where I saved it in my computer because I need to use the cheat to skip the Kagetsuchi phase, or the Kagetsuchi fight. Or otherwise I'm going to be here for pretty much forever. Okay. Oh, crap. Alright, let me just see. Okay, so it's the plus button. Alright. Alright, let me just test this out for a second. What the heck? Why is my audio not working? Hold on. My audio just decided not to work for a second. Yeah, of course it's connected to my freaking microphone for whatever reason. I don't know why, but I guess it is. Okay, there we go. Now I'm getting sound. Okay. Let's get this started. I want to get this run done and over with. Yes, I want to go to Kaketsuchi. Alright.
How can you be the one? I can hold at that.
By the hand of our demon. This is easy. What are you guys talking about? This was an easy run. Okay. So cheat off.
Sabutna Creeper Meta and that yet
I'm actually surprised that nobody's jumped on yet. Or at least whoever has jumped on hasn't even commented yet. But man, it sucks that it takes quite a long while to get back into the fight after every single reattempt. Alright, I think this is either like our 8th or 9th attempt up against Lucifer, but let's go for it. Ah, nice. Thank you for getting a Pierce, whoever got a Pierce. Okay, that's gonna null, so just attack away. Stop missing on purpose. Cert, why'd you have to get hit on purpose? Come on, get a crit, guys. It's not that hard. Alright, basic attack. Here we go. Alright. Fortunately, gotta use a bead chain since Dante got hit. Stop missing on purpose. Oh my god, guys! Stop acting like Fog Breath was cast on you when it isn't. But yeah, the moment that the fight starts to get really dangerous is when he goes for High Cane or even his basic attack is pretty darn dangerous. Oh my god! You better not hit Demi-Fiend. Oh my god, no! I already lose my Endure before we even get to the frickin'... Yeah, we're not gonna get this attempt. Today we are finishing him. Oh god, I hope. Unfortunately, I already lost my Endure, so I'm probably not gonna get this attempt. Oh, crap. That was a lot of damage. But yeah, Demi-Fiend has already lost his Endure. So, it's all a big if we're gonna be able to get through this. Avenge, avenge. Oh my god, avenge, sir. Come on, guys, land crits. Thank you for avenging, Demi-Fiend. Okay, hopefully we get some dodges here. Okay, yep, sir dodged. Thank you, sir. Okay, nobody got hit. Awesome. Oh, yes, my might triggered. Awesome. Trigger more often, might. Guys, avenge! Are you, like, allergic to avenge or something? Alright, here we go. Root of Evil. Yeah, I'm pretty much dead. Oh, no, we're fine, we're fine. And now we're at the diorama part. Great. Stop critting. Please avenge. Oh my god, avenge, guys. Avenge does a lot of damage. Oh, god damn it. Oh my god, no, 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 no. Okay, I think we'll be fine, we're fine. That was like 4 basic attacks, but thankfully we survived it all. Okay, we should be able to survive this, no problem. The LZ hit. Oh my god, no! Okay. Well, I think we're fine. We're fine. Come on, let's just get to the end of the fight. I just want this fight to be over. So this run can be over. Okay, if he basic attacks Demi-Fiend, it's pretty much over. Okay. I'm gonna pass with these guys for now and then revive Cert. Because the sooner I get Cert back in my party, the safer Demi-Fiend is. Dodge someone! No! Okay, that could have been worse. That could have been worse. We're fine. Actually, no. What I'm gonna do is heal first. And then put Cert back in the party after I pass with these guys. Unfortunately, Cert ends up in 4th, but it is what it is. Alright, so I just have to use a bead on Cert now. I swear to God, if I do beat him during this attempt, I would be amazed considering that I lost my Endure during the first phase. Okay, that was actually not bad, and having mute on Cert is not a big deal, so Cert can stay muted, so I just need to heal Beelzebub. So that was actually not a bad one. That was actually not a bad roll there. Remember, you can avenge Cert! Oh, please survive, Cert. Oh, thank God. No, 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 no! I was saying no, 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 because I had my thing on auto. Guys? Oh my God. Oh my God. First attempt on stream, and I did it. I was saying oh my God because I had the auto on, and then suddenly Dante just went up and just killed. Guys, this run is possible. This run is possible. So yes, it is indeed possible to beat Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne without using skills on hard difficulty. Now, good luck getting an attempt where you beat both Kagutsuchi and Lucifer in the same goddamn turn, because holy crap, both of them required ridiculously good RNG. Whoa. Guys, people said that this run was going to be impossible. No, it is possible to beat this game without using skills. I mean, obviously, you're going to need those passive skills like Endure. But yeah, it is definitely possible to beat this game without having to use skills. Holy crap. After several failed attempts during the last stream, I did it first try during this stream. What else do I stream for the rest of this day? It feels kind of pointless that I streamed at all. But holy crap. It's over, guys. It's over. It's truly over. Congratulations. You get to level up. A smoke ball. Why, thank you. I might just need that just in case. So there you go, guys. It's over.
Well done. You've proven yourself with your awesome power.
All you who have lurked in darkness and waited for this day, hear me. A new demon of darkness has been born. The time has come. Together, let us march onward. To the final battle, where our true enemy awaits.
And there you go, guys. So we lead the army of chaos up against the great will. So you have created a new demon in your heart's likeness, fallen angel. Then doom shall set us apart. Now and forevermore. Wow. I'm honestly just dumbfounded how I went into the stream. Like, I have a full cup of coffee right next to me. I have a full cup of coffee right next to me in the middle of the goddamn night because I was expecting it to take hours for me to get past Lucifer. But no, I just beat it in first try in this goddamn stream. Considering the amount of failed attempts that I had in the last stream. But yeah, there you go, guys. It is definitely indeed possible to get past both Kagutsuchi and Lucifer without using skills on hard difficulty. So yeah, the main challenge is pretty much getting past both of them in one shot. But considering that the chances of getting past both of them is incredibly low, I'm not sure if I do have the patience for that. I don't know. Should I get it? Is the run justified if I just prove the fights individually are possible, or do I have to fight them both to say that both are possible in order to justify that this run is possible? Honestly, I think I've pretty much justified it. I can't believe you won first try in the stream. Sir kind of seemed carried with his Avenges. Yeah, I think that's probably what saved us. The fact that Sir remembers that he could avenge, and Dante pretty much gave the last hit. So, yeah, thank you, Dante, the Devil Hunter. I mean, I guess it makes sense. He attacks the devil himself, right? Although, I'm not sure if it's in Dante's character to actually help a demon of chaos, you know, go up against God. Like, I've never played the Devil May Cry series, so I have no idea if that's in character for Dante or not, but he immediately loses character the moment you add him to your party. But there you go, guys. This is probably going to be a short stream, but we've proven it. It is indeed possible to beat Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne and get the true demon ending on hard difficulty without using skills, and yeah. I'm honestly happy that this run is definitely possible. And yeah, I have actually been editing parts of the run. In fact, now that I've already completed the game itself and I've already completed the challenge run, I think I might as well actually show you guys what I've edited so far or something. Can I actually skip the credits? No, it doesn't look like I can skip the credits. I gotta let it play out. So, what do you guys think? Little underwhelming? Little underwhelming that we managed to beat him first try in the stream. Again, full cup of coffee right next to me because I thought I was going to be up for a really long time, but no. Wow, I'm honestly glad that I got it over with this. Oh, God. You know what, considering that I've only just started this stream, maybe I'll give you guys a little treat. Maybe I'll give you guys a nice sneak peek of the upcoming run itself. My editing process, essentially. I'll show you guys my editing process of the next challenge run. I'm probably not going to play the entire darn thing because it's just going to ruin the upcoming video, but I can show you guys a little bit of what I've edited so far, essentially. Bear in mind, I pretty much don't have any music added to the timeline at all. I pretty much just have my voice and clips over my voice. I don't have any music added yet. So yeah, good luck trying to do this run on the PlayStation 2 version without cheat codes. So yeah, this is definitely possible on hard difficulty, but I can definitely say without a doubt, don't do this challenge run on hard difficulty. Do it on normal difficulty. Do not play on hard. You want to do normal because not only will the battles be a lot more forgiving, you won't have to grind to a ridiculously high level just so you have a chance of beating both final boss fights, but also the shop prices will be at a reasonable price and not a ridiculously high price. Because yeah, the last Magatama that you get, I forget what the last Magatama is called, but the last Magatama, it's like 450,000 on hard difficulty and 150,000 on normal difficulty. But yeah, I definitely do not recommend this run on hard difficulty. If you want to try this run yourself, play it on normal. Alright, copyright Atlas, copyright Saga. Hey, that's that's the company that has Sonic. Okay, so save the end game. Your Demon Compendium will carry over. Okay, let's see. So, here we go, guys. We'll just save to file 16, and here we go. It's over. So, 112 hours, so nearly 113 hours of saved playtime. Hard difficulty, true demon ending. There you go. It's possible. Oh, hey, Red Lord. Sorry. We already proved the run possible. We already beat Lucifer. Yeah. So, 112 saved hours of progress for this entire run. All on hard difficulty. True demon ending. And yeah, it was pretty much 105 when I did the attempt against the fight with... it was a normal difficulty, and then after that I pretty much spent so many hours to get to 255 with the DLC that is included in the HD remaster. So yeah, there you go, guys. It is possible. And yeah, by the time I got to level 55 in the run, I was about 52 hours into the run. But yeah, wow, what a run. What a freaking run. So there you go, guys. So file 16 is our final stats. We can start a new cycle, cycle 2. If we had done the burial chambers within the Labyrinth of Amala, we could actually get an additional press turn on New Game Plus, but thankfully we never needed that additional press turn. So yeah, you can definitely beat this game without using skills, without that additional press turn, all on hard difficulty. No skills, only passives, and yeah, wow. I can't believe it. I truly can't believe it. I honestly can't believe we actually got through this run. Like, wow. So there we go. Our total death counter is 95. 95 deaths throughout the entire run. And that's not including the amount of resets that I had to do for resetting the whole entire RNG when it came to the lucky ticket system and all that. But there you go, guys. So now that we've proven that it's possible to get the true demon ending, now we gotta do the entire thing all over again on the Chronicles version. We've already proved that it's possible on Maniacs. Now we gotta prove the entire run possible on Chronicle. Let's not do that. Wow. What a run, guys. Thank you so much for sticking with me throughout this entire run. But you know what? I'm not going to end the stream here. I am not going to end the stream here. What I'm going to do instead is actually open up my Adobe Premiere Pro and actually show you guys the progress of what I've been doing with the challenge run so far. I'll show you a little bit of the editing progress. I'm not going to show you every single thing I have edited, but... Alright, hold on. Just got to make sure... Just gotta boot up the Premiere Pro so that way I can show it to you guys. But yeah, Wow. I honestly can't believe it's over with. I honestly can't believe it's over with. Just wow. Alright, so let me just disable the death counter because you guys won't need to see that anymore. Alright, just need a... Alright, if you add your resets for the lucky tickets, you just need to add 1,000 deaths. Oh, probably. Alright, I just gotta wait for my editing software to load up and load up all the files, and okay, it looks like it's done. Good. Yeah, so I can show you guys what the editing process looks like. Hold on, I just gotta screen share it. Wait, hold on. Sources. What did I use before? Was it... No, it was screen capture. Okay. Screen capture. Add source. Hold on. I'm just gotta... Alright, so here we go. Here's my entire editing software for the run. So hopefully it's not showing anything personal on the side. I probably should have checked that. Looks like it's not, so I should be fine. But here we go, guys. So here's the entire editing software for my upcoming challenge run. So I still have a lot to record. So I have a entire voice lines recorded right here. And as of now, it's about 83 or 38 minutes. But I think the furthest that I got is pretty much at the end of the Kabukicho prison. So, yeah, let me just see here. Sadly, with my lack of healing items that are not medicines and me trying to conserve my bead chains, my demons were going down one by one. Eventually, I said screw it and just punched my way to victory. Yeah, so this is when I'm talking about the Mizuchi fight from the Kabukicho prison. So that's pretty much as far as I am when it comes to the recording of this run. Otherwise, I still have a really long script to pretty much edit and such. But yeah, here we go, guys. You can see pretty much how much I've edited so far. So bear in mind, there's no music whatsoever. There's no background music. I'm not going to show you everything that I've edited together. Otherwise, it's not going to be an interesting or fun video that's worthy of watching. But let's see here. So... Hello everybody, Nitsa Gamer here to get a boxer's fracture and sarcastically say thanks a billion times. Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne is a fascinating game that is often said to be the Dark Souls of JRPGs. So, it makes perfect sense to do a challenge run on such a game because the outrageously inconvenient is a lot of fun to watch. In this game, you are a high school student who one day graduates to become a demon of creation or chaos who needs to survive in the Vortex world and its archaic game mechanics. With the use of Magatama, we are able to change our power and resistances to situational boss fights and hazardous enemy encounters, leveling up to gain new skills to power up the Demi-Fiend. But you know what? Magic doesn't exist, guys. We're just human beings who get hooked on drugs that gives us passive effects. So we must beat every god and demon in this game by using our... Okay, so sometimes it'll lag when I'm actually going through the entire thing. It's something that happens because my computer is just not that strong. So I'm just going to rewind it a bit. You know what? Magic doesn't exist, guys. We're just human beings who get hooked on drugs that gives us passive effects. So we must beat every god and demon in this game by using our fists and the hundreds of rocks we have hoarded in our pockets. Can you beat the heart without the Persona Nocturne without using skills? Now, there are various versions of Nocturne that exist, with 2 of them that got released in Japan only, and us in the West could only play the original and Chronicles through emulation. Okay, so I'm hoping that I do have all this information right here. So this version here was only released in Japan, so Vanilla version comes with only 5 endings, doesn't include Labyrinth of Amala, only got released in Japan. And then we got the Maniacs version, the version that we got, or people outside of Japan actually got. So the Maniacs version guest stars Dante from Devil May Cry, has a 6th ending, has the Labyrinth of Amala dungeon, the only version released outside of Japan before the HD remaster. And then there's the Chronicles version, so guest stars Raido Kuzunoa, the 14th, it's 14th, right? Yeah, 14th. I don't know much about the character, so anyways, has a 6th ending, has the Labyrinth of Amala dungeon, and only got released in Japan. So yeah, the Chronicles and the vanilla release of Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne originally was just in Japan. But the version that we got included the Labyrinth of Amala and all that sort of stuff. And then there's the HD remaster, so released on multiple platforms, has voice acting, has all 3 previous versions, so you can actually legit play the vanilla version that doesn't have the Labyrinth of Amala or the Fiends or any of those extra demons that you can't fuse, essentially. So it comes with choosing skills during Demon Fusion. Now, technically, it wasn't like that in the initial release when the HD remaster first released. It was actually released in a update, so the ability to choose skills during Demon Fusion was not something that initially came with the HD remaster. It was just something that was given to us through an update, but yeah. Has Merciful Difficulty, change in difficulty mid-game, and has the Mercy and Expectations DLC map pack. So hopefully I got all this information right, because it would be embarrassing if I got all this information wrong. So yeah, I just hope that I got all that information right on there. So if there's any Shin Megami Tensei nerds on there that just wants to correct me and say that I got any of the information wrong, just be sure to tell me so that way I can make sure I edit all that information. Fortunately, the darn thing's a little leggy, so just hold on. Of rocks we have hoarded in our pockets. Can you beat the heart without the Persona Nocturne without using skills? Now, there are various versions of Nocturne that exist, with 2 of them that got released in Japan only, and us in the West could only play the original and Chronicles through emulation. But with the HD remaster version being the most accessible version that has all 3 previous versions of the game, I'm going to be playing the Maniacs version of Nocturne on the HD remaster. The only advantage exclusive to the HD version I'm going to take is the ability to choose the skills we want when doing demon fusions, because whoever thought the roll of the dice mechanic was a great idea was programmed by someone who hates fun. Otherwise, this should be very similar to the original Maniacs release that us in the West got. With the version chosen, here are the rules. We are not allowed to use any skills during battle or from the pause menu. The only things we can select in battle is the basic attack, passing turns, summoning demons, negotiating with demons, but only with Demi-Fiend, as you need to have a skill to have other demons negotiate, and we can use items which only Demi-Fiend has access to. While all usable skills are banned, all passive skills are legal. Remember, the keyword is without using skills, and trying to get rid of all passives would not only be a pain in the ass, but make less of a fun run. We must play on hard difficulty and get the true demon ending, and the use of the Mercy and Expectations map pack is temporarily banned. I can only use it after I've gotten all 25 Magatama and beaten all 3 recent boss fights. With all the rules set, let's get this run started. We select the Maniacs version, select between Game Journalist difficulty, Hard difficulty, or Masochist difficulty, watch the cutscenes, beat the last person to buy drinks before the end of the world, and get told by our teacher that the world is coming to an end and is gonna be reborn again. Alright, so with the power of our personas and social links, we will bring our main character, Isamu, Chiaki, and the teacher, and we will use our personas to face up against an evil false god and save the world. Let's do this, guys! Persona! Oh, wait, never mind, the world ended. I'm a total fan of that joke. I love the fact that I made a Persona joke in this goddamn thing, because I know some people like to go into this game expecting the fact that they're going to be playing a Persona-like game, just to find out that Shin Megami Tensei is extremely different from that of Persona. Like, Persona and Shin Megami Tensei are extremely different games. Like, yeah, there's similar spell names. Yeah, there's similar demons and all that. But in terms of their themes and all that, they are massively different. But... oh, jeez. Oh, I need a drink. But yeah, anyways, so pretty much end of the world. Oh yeah, and explaining the glitchy sub Itsuwa thing that I got. And, oh, and also when I'm talking about tutorial fights here. So, we reached the tutorial fights where we have 3 mandatory battles and a 4th optional one. The audio just cut off there for whatever reason. Oh yeah, I was in line when I said that these are tutorial fights. For whatever reason, it is so easy to die here on hard difficulty, either due to us missing attacks, the enemies doing too much damage, or causing critical damage, which the Predators are almost always guaranteed to do. This ain't a skill issue, this is an RNG hard mode issue. I kid you not, I got 5 game overs in a row before I finally got an attempt where I got past the tutorial, and the run itself hasn't even started. You might think that this is bad game design, but trust me, it's a sign of the trial and error to come. Yep, ain't that true? That it is definitely a sign of the trial and error to come, especially for a challenge run. You're gonna die a lot if you're not using buffs or debuffs, or using skills that would actually help you throughout the entire run. So anyways, explain. And yeah, this is where I started explaining about stats and such. Both Demi-Fiend and Pixie will also recur in demons. Now, whenever Demi-Fiend levels up, you are given an option of giving a point to any of your 5 stats. For this run, Strength, Vitality, and Agility will be the most important stats. Strength increases our physical damage, Vitality increases our defense as well as gives us more hit points, and Agility affects our hit and evasion rate and who in my team goes first in battle. Leveling up also increases the capacity of our HP and MP, and our physical damage scales with level. But here's the thing. Leveling up surprisingly lowers the critical rate, magic damage, and physical accuracy the more you level up. Yeah, that is no joke. You can... Yeah, so this is pretty much where I'm explaining about stats and all that sort of stuff, and, yeah, so... And then I also have to talk about, like, the luck thing. Like, luck apparently does not affect anything. Like, we can raise our magic and agility in order to negate how much damage leveling up does do to magic and physical accuracy. Because, yeah, it legit does get worse the more you level up. And if you watch the videos by Robin and Zypher, there's, like, 3 videos that talk about the formulas for magic damage, physical accuracy, and luck. I definitely recommend checking out those videos because it will definitely explain more of my mindset of going into this run. So pretty much, you know, can luck increases chances of critical rate? And the answer is no, unfortunately not. And then explaining about what magical damage does. So level plus magic times 3 equals max MP. Not that MP matters in this run. Yep. So yeah, it's pretty much a nice long editing process, and then me talking about how there's this demon, I wonder who he is, that can actually do a strength-based fire attack in the game, but can't use them until we're level 74. So yeah, this is all stuff that is pretty much explained at the start. Which demons I pretty much eventually get when I'm doing the grinding in the hospital. Now, as we recruit demons, I recruit Kadama, Will-O-Wisp, Preda, Shikigami, and Halpo. I mainly focus on leveling up the demons that have passive skills, as well as Pixie, as keeping her in my party for the final Kalpa in the Labyrinth of Amala will be incredibly useful. Yeah, so anyways, we do the whole Fornius fight and such, blah, blah, blah. Make sure you heal, or do some grinding and use the healing room before you talk to the Lady of the Fount. And then make sure you keep high Pixie, go to Shibuya, Cathedral of Shadows, Ichiyaki. Try not to die to random encounters. I buy the wrong type of Magatama, though any Magatama I have in my pocket is good. I'm all a Labyrinth, and oh yeah, and here's another thing, is that despite the fact that retreating from battles is an option, and even on hard difficulty, like, here's the demonstration. If you take a closer look, yeah, we're at an MP of 885. That's because I actually recorded this footage just between this stream and the last stream. I recorded this extra bit of footage, so showing that even at level 255, and you're going against Shibuya enemies, they don't let you escape, and that's simply because the retreat option simply does not work on hard difficulty, like, at all. Any demons I fuse and have in my demon roster are the ones I'm stuck with for the entire dungeon, as recruiting demons in the Amala network is impossible. Oh, and don't even try running from battles. Another annoying thing is that despite retreating from battles being an option, it literally never works on hard difficulty. So a random encounter is a battle we must win in or die in, with the smoke ball being our only method of escaping from a battle on hard difficulty. Yeah, and then talk about make sure you fuse Jack Frost for his Dark Might skill. And, you know, talking about the Amala Network dungeon, how that went. End up in the cathedral, or end up in the Amala Labyrinth, and then we go to Ginza, we find Reg's jewelry. We find Loki, warehouse, Great Underpass at Ginza. And, oh yeah, I mentioned I also get the Hifume Magatama, but I actually get it a little bit later into the run than I thought I did. So, yeah. And then Gatekeeper, Collector Mannequin, and then fighting up against the Troll. And this is pretty much as far as I've edited. So this clip is kind of just here for no reason right now. But this is as far as I've edited when talking about the Troll, essentially. But yeah, this is pretty much my editing process so far when it comes to the challenge run. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? You like this little behind the scenes of me showing off this? Does it look like an absolute mess? It honestly does, because honestly, I have nothing organized here. Like, I have all the streams on the side recorded, and they're not in order whatsoever. So I kind of have to figure out which clip is the next part that I need to grab. So this is the Trying to Not Die to Random Encounters live stream. This is the Obelisk live stream. And this one is the Grinding, the guy from Devil Makes Wine stream. Yeah, and then I also had to record some extra footage. So there's some extra footage that I had to record separately. So I pretty much had to re-record the Conception cutscene. Mostly just so I can get the sound effect of the lightning storm when I'm doing my Persona joke within the video. That's pretty much the only reason I recorded that section. And then I pretty much did another recording session of the tutorial area. Pretty much just showing how you can die to these random encounters. But if you look at this, I have a death counter of 64. Why do I have a death counter of 64? That's because that's the amount of deaths that I had when I eventually beat Metatron. And that's because my joke is that on my way to Lucifer, I pretty much enter through the tutorial area and then get killed by a Kadama. That's practically the joke. I really only just recorded this part for a joke. And then this one, the demo SMT3, pretty much this is just a recording of the first two openings. So the first opening, and then there's the second opening, which you pretty much mostly see in the intro of me talking about the game within the challenge run itself, because I mostly use clips from the intro itself. And then, yeah, I load up the save file where I'm already at the top of the obelisk, and then I go to Shibuya, so that way I can fight some random enemies. Oh yeah, and I was also going through the hallway to try to get some footage of the start of the stream. But yeah, it was around here where I demonstrated the retreat option, so this is something that I recorded separately, essentially. And yeah, I think it's around here where I was trying to get a clip of the intro, essentially, or a clip of the intro of my challenge, essentially. Because I'm not sure if you've noticed this at all, but one recurring theme in all of my challenge runs is that I always have a character walking in, like, the real world in a hallway or something like that. Like, literally watch every single challenge run I've done, if you watch every single challenge run, I always start with the main character in their everyday life, just walking through a hallway or a station or whatever. And that's pretty much just how I start off every single challenge run. And that's kind of what I continue doing here, where I just have nothing to show except for a character walking in a hallway. And that's pretty much how I start every single challenge run. It's kind of just something that I repeat with every single challenge run, pretty much. Hello everybody, Nitsa Gamer here to get a boxer's fracture and sarcastically say thanks a billion times. So yeah, the opening is literally just him walking through Shibuya. That's it. And I pretty much have something similar where I'm either walking through the school, the subway station, or whatever. If you watch like the Do a Nothing run or the the No Social Stat run, the Persona 4 Golden run, and the Persona 3 Mandatory Battles run, literally every single video and part starts with a character just walking through a hallway, whether it be at the school, the station, the town, or whatever. It's literally just the character just randomly walking through the town and whatever, and that's literally intentional for me to start off this way, because that's practically how I want my videos to start off with. And then, as you can tell by the quality here, it's clearly PlayStation 2 footage here, where I pretty much just take the opening and talk about stuff and whatever during this entire opening. Like, yeah, this is clearly from the title loop, the second loop. And then once I eventually get to the point where I'm talking about what the challenge is going to be, I eventually get to the point where I'm fighting Fornius. And then, there we go. There's the title card display. So, can you beat Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne 3 without using skills? And here's another behind-the-scenes thing. Okay, so the text is separate. So, the text that I have is completely separate. I try to recreate it as close to the title as I can, essentially. Obviously, it's not the same font, but I try to recreate the title to be as close as possible. So if I disable this, then that part is disabled, re-enable, and then same thing with the Megami Tensei part. I pretty much just have it positioned in a way where it's there. And here's another behind-the-scenes fact. If you would go to here, I have a mask. If we were to... So the mask is right here, and the reason why this mask is here is because if I were to raise the feather, that's because I purposely got rid of the HD remaster, because I wanted to keep it a surprise that I'm playing on the HD remaster. So I'm using a PNG image of Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne HD remaster, but I purposely have the HD remaster version completely masked out, so that way you guys can't see it. So yeah, I can re-enable this, whatever, and I could even invert it so I can only have HD remaster showing. But I intentionally set this up in a way so that way the HD remaster title is not showing, and that's because I wanted to keep it a surprise whether or not if I'm playing on HD remaster or the PlayStation 2 version, because after this I talk about the various versions of the game. And then I eventually confirm that I'm playing HD Remaster, Maniac's Pack, essentially. So yeah, little behind the scenes of the editing process, pretty much. Not sure if there's any other worthwhile... stuff to show that's behind the scenes worthy. I mean, I guess look at these formulas. Are all these formulas right? So, strength ups physical damage. I also got to make sure that I'm spelling all this right, because if there's any spelling errors, then I have to go back and correct it. But ups the physical damage, so it's level plus strength times by power, and this is all in brackets, divided by 15 equals damage. So that's pretty much how the calculation works when it comes to strength. So as shown, not only does putting points in your strength stat give you more, well, strength, but But physical damage scales with level, and it's indicated in this formula that both level and strength pretty much makes you a lot more powerful. And the POW is essentially the power of each skill that you use. But the thing is that the POW really doesn't matter considering that we're just using basic attacks. But the POW is essentially going to be different depending on whether or not if you're using the... whether if you're using basic attack or a certain skill. So the POW will be increased if you're using a physical skill, but it's obviously going to be decreased if you're just using your basic attack, essentially. But this is essentially how the formula in the game works. So so level plus strength, so this is added first, considering that this is in the immediate bracket. So whatever this number is, you times it by the power of the skill or basic attack that you're using, and then you divide that by 15 to get your damage, essentially. So that's how physical damage is calculated and how that works. Vitality ups the defense and gives us more hit points, so level plus vitality, and whatever this number is, we times that by 6, and that equals the max MP, or the max HP, I mean. And then for agility, hopefully makes our demons not miss on purpose like idiots and determines turn order. So the reason why I set it up like this is because agility is doesn't work as well as it should, because apparently you need like 15 points in order to make a difference, apparently. So depending on what level you're at and how many points you have will determine how good your agility is. So the higher your agility is, the better chances of you being able to hit stuff. But then once you reach a certain peak value in your level, then your agility will start to plummet, essentially. And that's the reason why at level 255, damage just starts to plummet over time. And yeah, leveling up increases the HP and MP capacity, as indicated here. So level increases the HP, and I don't have the MP listed here, but leveling up also increases the MP capacity and physical damage, as indicated by this formula. Level plus strength times it by the power divided by 15 equals damage. So this is all information that I explained, and huge thanks to Robin and Zephyr, however you pronounce his name, for giving me the information. But leveling up means you lose some of your crit chances, magical damage, and physical accuracy, pretty much as I already explained before. So yeah, and yeah, crit chances are tied more to your agility than they are to your luck, if anything. But actually, no, that's not true. The crit chances are tied to the percent chances of whatever skill or attack you use, essentially. So increasing your luck, unfortunately, does not increase your chances of landing critical attacks, which is dumb. But yeah, so pretty much I just explained that if leveling up means that our magical damage and physical accuracy gets worse, then we can increase the damage by adding points to our magic stat, and same thing with physical accuracy by adding points to our agility stat. So the sooner that we're at 40 magic and 40 agility, we're at the best we can possibly do, and the more we level up, the more worse it's going to get over time. And I also explained that another method of increasing your stats is by getting incense throughout the entire game. So that could either be through chests, or as I'll explain later in the run, through the lucky ticket system. And then there's, of course, the question, what about luck? Does luck increase your chances of critical and whatever? And yeah, I make it clear that no, luck does not increase your chances of critical, unfortunately. And this is when I talk about magic, and you can probably guess why I'm showing Gira Makala in the background here, because Gira Makala is the first boss fight of the game where physical damage is not an option. Like, even if you have peers, physical damage is just simply not an option against Gira Makala. So yeah, adding points to your magic stat does indeed increase your magical damage, and that's the reason why we want to add points to our magic stat over time in the run. And it gives us more MP, so level plus magic times 3 equals max MP. Not that MP matters in this run, but the only reason that MP has been useful for us is to determine when we were going to reach 255, because 885 is the max is the max MP that we can get to without any passive skills that boost our MP and such. But yeah, I'm hoping that I get all this information right and such. And yeah, over here I explained that we pretty much attack enemies by using elemental rocks, so that way that's clear. I make that very clear early on rather than keep it a surprise, how we're able to do magic damage in the game. And I also say that if we have like the passive boost skills on Demi-Fiend, then this will essentially guarantee that that we're doing 50% more damage. And this is also something that I clarify early on, because for a good majority of our run, we pretty much had these boost skills on us. We eventually gave up fire boost once we had Cert with us, and then it wasn't until after we finally beat Noah that we were finally able to give up Elect Boost, Force Boost, and Ice Boost, because we had to do that chip damage on Noah. And then also, there's one demon in the entire game that can do a strength-based fire attack, but I can't use them until level 74. Yeah. And then pretty much explaining which early game demons I want to level up when I start recruiting demons at the start of the game. So the Kadama is useful because he gets anti-force at level 7. Shikigami learns anti-curse, not as useful as force, but still useful at level 7. And then Pixie evolves into High Pixie at level 6, and High Pixie can eventually learn Lucky Find at level 14. And yeah, eventually High Pixie can evolve into Queen Mab, but I didn't feel like that was necessary explaining that, because I don't think Queen Mab was really that handy in this run. If I'm being honest, I don't think Queen Mab was really that handy in this run, even though we did probably use her a couple of times for Lucky Find, but it's probably not that important to state in the run. And yeah, demonstration how us at max level against Shibuya enemies, even if we use the retreat option, the enemies just won't let us go. And yeah, pretty much as far as I've edited, I'm pretty much at the troll fight, explaining how I get past the troll fight. And then after that, it's pretty much just explaining more crap. So I still have a lot more to edit. Actually, I still have like more than half to edit, apparently. And this is not the entire run. When I get to the end here, the end is pretty much the Kabukicho prison. So yeah, when I get to the point at Kabukicho prison, we're only about 38 minutes into this video. So yeah, this is going to be an extremely long video. I don't know how long it's going to be, because I still have yet to voice record anything after the Kabukicho prison. But yeah, I still have yet to voice record anything. I've only voice recorded the first 38 minutes of this run. So yeah, there you go. So there's the behind the scenes info and such. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them. Otherwise, I think I'm pretty much going to be ending the stream here. So what do you think? You think it's amazing that we've been able to get through the entire game without using any skills? Is there anything that you want to... Yeah, we'll get a 2-hour video. Oh yeah, we're definitely going to get a 2-hour video. We're definitely going to get a Deus version of our run, essentially. It's probably going to be a 2-hour video, honestly. But yeah, it's like 38 minutes recorded, and it's only as far as the Kabukicho prison, and that's not even half the script. So yeah, it's probably going to be a 2-hour video. So if we look on the right, when I'm explaining stuff, so there's the image of Cert, which I eventually just kind of get rid of the colors, because yeah, this is the image that I use when I'm talking about what Cert's potential is. And then this is the screenshot of his attack, physical / fire. Okay, this is an image of the North American release of Nocturne. This is the image of the original release that was released in Japan only. So this was when we lacked all the Amala network and the 6th ending and all that sort of stuff. This is the entire audio file that I recorded, which is the entire thing that is on the second audio track. So the second audio track is my entire commentary. This video is pretty much just me doing a re-recording of the conception cutscene. That's pretty much it. This file is just an image of the Chronicles release that was released in Japan only. This is a PNG file of literally what you're seeing right here. So this is the same image that I'm using. So a PNG file placed here. And as I said, I pretty much just called out the HD remaster part of it. I called out the HD remaster. Did that on purpose so that way people can be surprised whether or not if I'm playing on HD remaster or playing the PlayStation 2 version. Because yeah, if you do look at the art of how it looks in the PlayStation 2 to the art of how it looks in the HD remaster, yeah, the logo font is actually pretty different. So people will clue in that it's HD remaster, but I just deleted or just masked out HD remaster for the sake of keeping it a surprise. And yeah, all these clips is pretty much just all the challenge runs that I've done throughout the entire game. So yeah, this is the last stretch. So I think this is when I was doing the... Yeah, okay, so this was actually the stream that I did just before the very stream that I'm doing right now. Yeah, so yeah, this is when I was doing the last bit of Mitama grinding within the DLC. So yeah, once I end the stream, I gotta download this video and then put it onto here. And then this is just an audio clip of Reach Out to the Truth. But it's just instrumental. And the reason why I have an instrumental version of Reach Out to the Truth from Persona 3 is simply for this joke that I have in the video at the start of the video. And get told by our teacher that the world is coming to an end and is going to be reborn again. Alright, so with the power of our personas and social links, we will bring our main character, Isamu, Chiaki, and the teacher, and we will use our personas to face up against an evil false god and save the world. Let's do this, guys. Persona! Wait, never mind, the world ended. So yeah, that's pretty much the joke, and the reason why I have Reach Out to the Truth playing an instrumental version of it is simply for this Persona joke. Because some people like to think, or some people who haven't played a Shin Megami Tensei game think it's going to be very similar to Persona. So that's pretty much the joke, essentially. Okay, this is just a JPEG of the Maniacs version. This is just an additional video that I recorded. Pretty much a Kadama death during the tutorial, which is going to be a part of another joke way later into the run. Cover of the HD remaster. This is just a JPEG of the Lucifer Theater with the trypophobia windows everywhere and such. Actually, no, the reason I have this image is because this is the background that I use when I'm talking about the regional differences and all that and explaining the rules. So this is the background that I use. The image I use is the background. So, yeah. And then this is a screenshot of the elemental boost skills when I'm talking about elemental boost skills. Demo SMT3. This is just a file that I recording the two title screen openings essentially. And then me and Shibuya pretty much capturing the footage of the start of the run, and then a moment where I'm talking about retreating from battles. But even if you're at level 255, it's impossible to escape from enemies, even when you're fighting with Shibuya enemies, who are like the second strongest enemies in the game after the hospital, essentially. This is essentially just the name of the... Hold on. I gotta rename this. How do I rename? Okay, so I just gotta rename this. So, can you beat Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne without using skills? There we go. So this is the sequence essentially, and this is essentially the timeline that I have here. So this is, yeah, what we call the sequence. So can you beat Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne without using skills? So yeah, there we go. Okay, and then this is just the this file is pretty much just explaining my rules and all that. So I purposely have it as an opening scroll, essentially. I have space that is like just after rule 5 and space just a little bit before rule 1. And I did that on purpose just so I can actually have the file itself flow better. So essentially how I make this work is that I actually shrink it down to size and have it rise up, essentially. So I shrink it down to size and have it rise up. How I do that is with keyframes, essentially. So as you can see here, I do it with keyframes. If we take a closer look, so the scale is small. So if we look at the scale, it's like 73, and then it goes up to 100%. So it shrinks and then goes up. And then I also move it vertically. So this is the vertical axis, and this is the horizontal axis right here when it comes to position. I keep the horizontal axis the same, but the vertical axis, I have it lowered, and I rise it up. I rise it up to essentially make this effect.
Here are the rules. Here are the rules.
So this is what we call keyframing, essentially. So I can change position, scale, rotation, and anchor point, which is something that you may or may not use. Then there's the opacity, and then you can do masking with squares or circles. And yeah, there's a lot of creative things that you can do with this editing software. So yeah, nice little behind the scenes stuff. Okay, and then this is another text thing for the regional differences. So yeah, this is a separate little audio file, or a separate file. So I have the stuff explained in the Vanilla and Chronicles version, the Maniacs and HD version, and I just overlay it essentially onto here. Not much. I'm just showing my editing process of the Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne run, and we've already proved the run possible. Sorry for the spoilers, but the run is indeed possible on hard difficulty. Okay, and this is me explaining the stats. Let me just go to something else here. Or, actually, hold on. Let me just go to a plain black screen. That'll make it easier. Okay, so this is just me explaining the stats and all that. So this is another text explaining the stats. This is the no luck. So this is the... me just put in the X over the luck thing, as you saw earlier. This is the text file of me explaining the magic stuff. And level 74 when I'm talking about cert. And then question, does luck actually work to increase your crit chances? No, it doesn't. And then this file I named level up kinda, because leveling up means... you lose some of your crit chances, magical damage, and physical accuracy. Oh, and then, and there's another file called level down stats. So this is what I purposely named the file. So this is stuff that you're never going to see because you're never going to know what I name all this stuff. And then the later correction, I get this a bit later. This is when I correct the fact that I actually get the Hifume Magatama much later. The early demon passives, so essentially when I'm talking about which demons I level up in the hospital, so Kadama for anti-force, Shikigami for anti-curse, Pixie evolves into High Pixie, and High Pixie eventually learns Lucky Find. And then Demo Retreat, so this is when I'm talking about the demonstration of us being at max level, and that even if we use the retreat option against Shibuya enemies at level 255, it just simply doesn't work. And then this is the file for Can You Beat Without Using Skills, which I overlay into the video essentially. So yeah, there you go. There's some behind the scenes of all that. So there's definitely going to be more text, background pictures, and video files over time within this project window, essentially.
Hello, everybody. Nitsa Gamer here to get a...
Okay, that's the media browser. You don't need to see that. This is the audio mixer. This is the master audio mixer, or the track mixer. I actually raised the audio 2 up a bit, enough that it doesn't reach the red when it comes to the audio, because I don't like having too much audio distortion in my videos. But yeah, I can change like the individual audio settings because I have like I have like different audios within the different tracks, and I can set how loud or how quiet it is in each track, which is useful in certain scenarios. And I do raise the audio track 2 purposely just so I don't have to edit my commentary file over again, because I definitely want my commentary to be a slight bit louder than pretty much everything else, essentially. And this is just individual effects that you can add. So audio effects, audio transitions, video effects, and video transitions. This is all just classic Adobe Premiere stuff that you can do. And these are source clips, so if I click on something here, so I click on this video, for example, this is from one of my previous runs, so I can just grab footage and such, and then I can just drag and drop like videos and whatever onto the timeline, or even audio onto the timeline, or both video and audio on the timeline, essentially. So this is the source, essentially, where I can just grab clips, what I want, put it onto the timeline. This is the program, which is essentially what I'm going to be showing in the final video, or what's being displayed in the timeline down here. Inside the timeline, I can link stuff, I can snap things within the timeline, and then over here we got the different tools that I can use, most of which I do use. So yeah, sorry Red Lot and thank you Ronald that you missed the fights, but yeah. So I think this is where I'm going to be ending the stream, guys. So surprisingly, this was a shorter stream than I originally anticipated. So originally, this whole entire stream was just going to be the dozens of attempts that it would take me to beat Lucifer, but I honestly did not expect him to beat him first try. And honestly, I'm kind of glad that the Dia Raw hand did not trigger, considering that the Maniacs version is built off of the Chronicles release. I mean, he used Diorama, but yeah, he didn't use Dia Rahan once throughout that entire fight. And yeah, I am 100% certain that he is played on hard difficulty, considering the amount of damage that Lucifer was doing to me. And yeah, considering the fact that I lost my Endure during the first phase, I'm actually kind of surprised that I got through the entire thing. But anyways, before we end the video, do you guys want me to play a little bit of my run one last time, just so you can see the progress? You know what? I'll do that. I'll play a little bit of my video of the upcoming challenge run, and then after that, that's the end of this stream.
Hello everybody, Nitsa Gamer here to get a boxer's fracture and sarcastically say thanks a billion times. Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne is a fascinating game that is often said to be the Dark Souls of JRPGs. So, it makes perfect sense to do a challenge run on such a game because the outrageously inconvenient is a lot of fun to watch. In this game, you are a high school student who one day graduates to become a demon of creation or chaos who needs to survive in the Vortex world and its archaic game mechanics. With the use of Magatama, we are able to change our power and resistances to situational boss fights and hazardous enemy encounters, leveling up to gain new skills to power up the Demi-Fiend. But you know what? Magic doesn't exist, guys. We're just human beings who get hooked on drugs that gives us passive effects. So we must beat every god and demon in this game by...
Sorry, I just gotta pause for a second and then play, because sometimes it just doesn't smooth out. I mean, once I have this all exported, it will smooth out on its own.
Using our fists and the hundreds of rocks we have hoarded in our pockets. Can you beat the heart without the Persona Nocturne without using skills? Now, there are various versions of Nocturne that exist, with 2 of them that got released in Japan only, and us in the West could only play the original and Chronicles through emulation. But with the HD remastered version being the most accessible version that has all 3 previous versions of the game, I'm going to be playing the Maniacs version of Nocturne on the HD remaster. The only advantage exclusive to the HD version I'm going to take is the ability to choose the skills we want when doing demon fusions, because whoever thought the roll of the dice mechanic was a great idea was programmed by someone who hates fun. Otherwise, this should be very similar to the original Maniacs release that us in the West got. With the version chosen, here are the rules. We are not allowed to use any skills during battle or from the pause menu. The only things we can select in battle is the basic attack, passing turns, summoning demons, negotiating with demons, but only with Demi-Fiend, as you need to have a skill to have other demons negotiate, and we could use items which only Demi-Fiend has access to. While all usable skills are banned, all passive skills are legal. Remember, the keyword is without using skills, and trying to get rid of all passives would not only be a pain in the ass, but make less of a fun run. We must play on hard difficulty and get the true demon ending, and the use of the Mercy and Expectations map pack is temporarily banned. I can only use it after I've gotten all 25 Magatama and beaten all 3 recent boss fights. With all the rules set, let's get this run started. We select the Maniacs version, select between Game Journalist difficulty, Hard difficulty, or Masochist difficulty, watch the cutscenes, beat the last person to buy drinks before the end of the world, and get told by our teacher that the world is coming to an end and is gonna be reborn again. Alright, so with the power of our personas and social links, we will bring our main character, Isamu, Chiaki, and the teacher, and we will use our personas to face up against an evil false god and save the world. Let's do this, guys! Persona! Wait, never mind, the world ended.
Also, one thing I should add is that I don't know if I should leave this blank, or if I should add PNG. Should I add, like, PNG images of the main characters and their quote-unquote personas to emphasize the fact that they're going to be using the personas to save the world or whatever? Like, should I use PG images throughout this entire joke? Or does this joke work just fine without the PNG images? I'll need you guys' input on that. Would this be better with PNG images of what I'm talking about? Or is the joke better without the PNG images of the characters? What do you guys think?
Alright, so with the power of our personas and social links, we will bring our main character, Isamu, Chiaki, and the teacher, and we will use our personas to face up against an evil false god and save the world. Let's do this, guys! Persona! Wait, never mind, the world ended.
So, would it be better if I actually added PNG images of the characters, or is the joke fine without the PNG images? What do you guys think? I don't know. What do you guys personally think? Should I add PNG images of the characters to emphasize the joke better, or should I just not add the PNG images and just have my words essentially be the joke, essentially?
Alright, so with the power of our personas and social links, we will bring our main character, Isamu, Chiaki, and the teacher, and we will use our personas to face up against an evil false god and save the world. Let's do this, guys! Persona! Wait, never mind, the world ended. So, we witnessed the end of the world in a cutscene that honestly gives me chills every time I watch it. Anything with organ music is an instant spine chiller. This little child gave me a bug to swallow because, as Timon and Pumbaa says, it's slimy yet satisfying. Unfortunately, the little bastard stole our hoodie, but hey, at least we got some sweet-ass tats. The only thing that sucks is that I can't sleep on my back, so I'm gonna be drooling in my pillow every day I sleep from now on. And as I started, I realized that the game fucked up my nickname. I entered it as Sub Nitsa, so I can constantly remind you to subscribe to Nitsa Gamer. But now it just looks like a glitchy Sub Itsu Ah. I thought of changing it, but decided not to because I didn't want to waste my stream viewers' time. Which, by the way, all the footage you are seeing is all streamed. Instead, I will waste their time by grinding and raising that death counter. So, we reach the tutorial fights where we have 3 mandatory battles and a 4th optional one. Oh yeah, I was in line when I said that these are tutorial fights. For whatever reason, it is so easy to die here on hard difficulty, either due to us missing attacks, the enemies doing too much damage, or causing critical damage, which the Predators are almost always guaranteed to do. This ain't a skill issue, this is an RNG hard mode issue. I kid you not, I got 5 game overs in a row before I finally got an attempt where I got past the tutorial, and the run itself hasn't even started. You might think that this is bad game design, but trust me, it's a sign of the trial and error to come. We recruit Pixie, fight the demonic crazy frogs which activates the random encounter compass, die, fight the penis dangling frogs again, and then spend the time going between the basement terminal to save and the healing room within the same hallway to fully recover HP. Our goal now is to level up both Demi-Fiend and Pixie while also recruiting demons. Now, whenever Demi-Fiend levels up, you are given an option of giving a point to any of your 5 stats. For this run, Strength, Vitality, and Agility will be the most important stats. Strength increases our physical damage, Vitality increases our defense as well as gives us more hit points, and Agility affects our hit and evasion rate and who in my team goes first in battle. Leveling up also increases the capacity of our HP and MP, and our physical damage scales with level. But here's the thing. Leveling up surprisingly lowers the critical rate, magic damage, and physical accuracy the more you level up. Yeah, that is no joke. You can watch these videos to know how flawed the formulas were.
What videos? Oh yeah, and that's another thing, is that right here, I don't have the image yet, but this is supposed to be a screenshot of the videos that I'm talking about from Robin and Zephyr, where they talk about where one of them talks about the formulas with magic, physical accuracy, and luck. I haven't took a screenshot of it yet, but I guess the reason why I didn't take a screenshot of it yet is because I want to take it when I'm near the end of editing the video, because I want their view count to at least match what their view count will be when I get to uploading this video, essentially. But yeah, essentially this right here, it's blank right now, but this is supposed to be me showing those videos that I tell you to go and check out.
Leveling up surprisingly lowers the critical rate, magic damage, and physical accuracy the more you level up. Yeah, that is no joke. You can watch these videos to know how flawed the formulas were, because Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne was made by psychopaths who hired students that failed high school math to do the programming. We can somewhat maintain the usefulness of magic damage and accuracy by adding points to our magic and agility stat, as we will be constantly fighting against these terrible formulas. Thankfully, we can do this with incense that we find throughout the game. Oh, and if you're wondering if we can just raise our luck stat to increase our critical rate, the answer is no. Apparently, the game was not programmed to have luck affect your critical rate despite what guides online say, so luck will be the least important stat as its use is too darn minimal, and the formulas in this game that luck does affect are more effective when we raise our other stats. Magic will only be handy when fighting against boss fights that repel physical damage, and to get extra press turns off of weaknesses we can exploit. And since I can't use skills, the only way of dealing magical damage is by having Demi-Fiend throw an item that deals said magical damage. We can slightly increase the elemental damage with passive boost skills giving us a 50% damage increase, and there's only one demon in the game who can naturally do a strength-based fire attack with his basic attack, but we won't be able to fuse him till level 74. So I'll be juggling between strength, vitality, and a little bit of agility for most of the run, while focusing more on a strength build for the Demi-Fiend. Now, as we recruit demons, I recruit Kadama, Will-O-Wisp, Preda, Shikigami, and Halpo. I mainly focus on leveling up the demons that have passive skills, as well as Pixie, as keeping her in my party for the final Kalpa in the Labyrinth of Amala will be incredibly useful. So I grind till level 8 with Demi-Fiend, and then I take on the first boss at the end of the Shinjuku Medical Center, Fornius. Fornius is weak to electric attacks, so in a normal run, both Pixie and Shikigami are perfect for this fight. Alternatively, you could use a Maziel rock that you can find in a cash cube, but I wanted to see if I can just beat the Manta Ray with just my bare fist alone. Unfortunately, both Pixie and Shikigami die, but both Kadama and I prevail as we punch Fornius to death. We obtain our second Magatama, and at this point, you want to make sure that you do a bit of grinding and make use of the last healing room before you leave the hospital. Because once we reach the Lady of the Fount, we will have to pay to fully recover our health and revive allies instead of getting a free heal. Whenever we choose to continue on with the rest of the game, we keep Pixie, who has now evolved into High Pixie, find Shibuya, discover the Cathedral of Shadows, find Chiaki, who I'm having a hard time believing we're best friends with, as we just abandoned each other for no reason. And we do our damnedest to not die to the random encounters alone. We get at least one other Magatama from the shop, and Hijiri gives us a lead.
Dang, I know I shouldn't have told him about the traitor. He'd probably still be dancing with the disco ball right now. Yep, that's true. But you know what? As long as we prove the individual fights possible, that's really all that we need for the run. We don't really need both an attempt, or we don't really need an attempt where I get past both Kagutsuchi and Lucifer in one shot. Unless anyone complains about it, which hopefully nobody complains about it, then yeah, I pretty much already proved the run possible on hard difficulty.
Now, the next dungeon is the Amala Network, and this place can and will kick your ass if you're not prepared for it. Any demons I fuse and have in my demon roster are the ones I'm stuck with for the entire dungeon, as recruiting demons in the Amala Network is impossible. Oh, and don't even try running from battles. Another annoying thing is that despite retreating from battles being an option, it literally never works on hard difficulty. So a random encounter is a battle we must win in or die in, with the smoke ball being our only method of escaping from a battle.
Darn video slowing down, sorry.
On hard difficulty. Before jumping into the Amala Network, I leveled up to level 11 and fused Jack Frost, who has Dark Might. A very useful passive skill against boss fights, as basic attacks on a new moon will always be a guaranteed critical hit, which gives us more damage and half a press turn. With a lack of elemental coverage, this is our best method of getting more press turns. Now, thankfully, with all the preparations of grinding, the Amala Network was not that bad, but I still had plenty of close calls where I had to backtrack to a healing room more than a few times to save myself from reloading. I do die a few times here, as most enemies take 4 press turns to kill, but anytime the Karanzan appears, it's a kill or be killed situation, as they have 156 HP, 15 vitality, and resist physical. So it takes quite a few turns to take them down, if they don't take me down. Remember, running away from battles is impossible on hard difficulty without a smoke ball. There's a few times where I had to pace back and forth in the healing room just so I can grind a few levels, just so I feel comfortable enough to proceed forward. I even made the effort to find these 4 chests that always bugged me in my initial playthrough, how I could never find these. Just don't open the last one. Now, the main boss here is the Spectre. If you can get the Null Fire Magatama from the junk shop, which sadly I didn't, you can nullify their fire attacks. But for me, I relied on Jack Frost's Dark Might and sheer brute force as I punched the Spectres one by one. Once they merge, it can be quite devastating, but thankfully I managed to get through the fight. Once I reach the light at the end of the tunnel, I end up in Hell, or what is known as the Labyrinth of Amala. We watch a show with trypophobia windows everywhere, and then we end up in Ginza. Here we have access to race jewelry who can offer us useful items, matamas, and element race demons, all of which will be useful and necessary for this run. We just gotta grind for gems to get them. We unlock the sacrificial fusion, find Loki getting drunk because the Marvel films suck now, and we make our way to a random warehouse which leads to the Great Underpass of Ginza.
Okay, let me just be clear about the Marvel films suck now joke. Spider-Man No Way Home and Guardians of the Galaxy 3, great movies. Everything else, not so much.
Find Loki getting drunk because the Marvel films suck now.
Except for Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and Spider-Man No Way Home.
And we make our way to a random warehouse which leads to the Great Underpass of Ginza.
And video just freezed, hold on.
Here we find the mannequins, have troubles crossing the water as the encounters are always Asoras, get the Hifume Magatama, which we desperately need for an upcoming fight.
I actually don't get the Hifume Magatama until after I beat Troll.
And in order to make our way to Ikebukuro, the gatekeeper needs permission from the collector mannequin. But to get permission from the collector mannequin, we need to find him a 100 yen bill.
I think I actually make a mistake there, actually. It's actually 1,000 yen, not 100 yen.
Since Lucifer also stole my wallet, we need to find that bill inside of Ginza.
Yeah, it's 1,000 yen.
Inside of Loki's room. But after ransacking the place, we are confronted by the troll. And this fight can be hard if you don't know his weakness, or a complete joke if you do know his weakness. His weakness is mind magic, so in a normal run, you'd use demons with mind magic. Sadly, we can't do that, and none of the 2 junk shops sell mind-inflicting items. So we have to do this with our bare fists alone. Now, the troll attacks with ice, which we can thankfully null thanks to the second Magatama we got from Fornius. However, his physical moves are what makes Troll a hard boss. He has an almost guaranteed chance of one-shotting any of the party, and needless to say, the less demons we have alive, the less press turns we have, which means the less damage we're doing to the troll. So the first attempt goes as well as you would expect. Now, the hardest part was making it from the Ginza safe room at full health all the way to Loki's room, get the bill, and leave the room while it's a new moon.
Okay, so the clip is kind of just like laying it on, and that's because I haven't really edited more after this. I'm obviously going to cut at some point, so let me see where I can cut.
Correct. Now, the hardest part was making it from the Ginza safe room at full health all the way to Loki's room.
Okay, so all the way to Loki's room. So let me just see how much I can edit. Hold on. All the way to Loki's room. Okay, random encounters. Hold on. Come on. Okay, hold on. Sorry. No. Okay, sorry. Okay. All the way to Loki's room.
All the way to Loki's room, get the bill.
Okay, get the bill. Let me see. So I can show you a little bit of how I edit.
Get the bill.
No, so.
And leave the room while it's a new moon.
Sorry. Okay. Okay, does the new moon show while the troll is... Okay, no, the new moon doesn't show while the troll is out there, so hold on. Wait, do I fight him during the new moon? Wait, I don't even fight him during the new moon. What the f... What? Hold on. Is it... Wait, is this even the attempt that I... Wait, hold on. Do I actually fight the troll in this attempt, or do I kill him in this attempt? Because if so, then I made a script error, and I already recorded this. Crap. Hold on. Oh, wait, hold on. No, this is one of the attempts that I fail at. Okay. Okay, this is one of my failed attempts. That's why I'm not... Okay. I see. Hold on. I got the wrong part. Darn it.
Loki's room, get the bill, and leave the room while it's a new moon.
Okay, so hold on. Now I just need a... Crap. I think it was this one. No, that's the second stream I did. Because, yeah, I covered Troll within the first stream. So let me just see. So I clearly died to Troll after 13 deaths. No, you fight the Troll on a new moon. I was there. Okay, yeah, I know you were there, but yeah, I was just mistaken here. Okay, so yeah, it was after the 12th attempt, and then I got the Hifumi Magatama, and then I fight Troll after 13 deaths, I guess? Oh, I guess I don't get my 13th death. Oh, wait, hold on. I just saw a Troll. Okay, here we go. Here's the Troll. This is the one where I won, right? Okay, so this is the one where I won. So this is the footage I need.
About
let's see if we can do this. It's time for you to die.
That's what we're thinking it's time for you to do, man.
Alright, let's make this work.
Man, I'm just listening to commentary that I recorded or streamed without whatever a long time ago. So I'm just going to edit this part, just show you how the editing process goes.
As well as you would expect. Now, the hardest part was making it from the Ginza safe room at full health all the way to Loki's room, get the bill, and leave the room while it's a new moon. Timing this right was tricky, but by leaving the safe room at a full moon, we should be able to get the bill and leave his room before a new moon occurs.
I wonder if I can cut out this bit. I can cut out a bit of my commentary.
And leave the room while it's a new moon. Timing this right was tricky, but by leaving with Jack Frost.
Hold on. I just need to see how I phrase that. Hold on.
Timing this right was tricky, but by leaving the
Yeah, I make it sound like I have more of a comma than a period after that. If I said timing this right was tricky, if I made it sound more like a period than a comma, then I probably could have deleted this part of the audio. But because I had more of a comma there, I kind of have to include it. So crap. I made this harder on myself.
and leave the room while it's a new moon.
Okay.
Timing this right was tricky.
So timing this right was tricky. So cut there. Okay. And then I just got to rewind. So rewind all the way back to that safe room. Hold on. So by leaving the terminal around new or full moon. Okay.
But by leaving the safe room at a full moon,
Okay. Wait.
we should be able to get the bill and
Okay, we should be able to get the bill. So this is the point where I get the bill. So let me just speed it up a bit. So yeah, I'm just showing you guys the editing process because why not? I know I said I was going to end the stream soon, but meh, whatever. Man, how many life stones did I end up getting from the chest? Yeah, darn, I get a life stone from the chest. Man, I wasted the first few mystical chests within this darn run because I didn't really know how the mechanic worked until somebody told me how it worked.
tricky, but by leaving the safe room at a full moon, we should be able to get the bill and leave his room before a new moon occurs.
Another life stone. Jeez, the amount of stones I've been wasting. Oh man, I get a random encounter just as a new moon occurs because of course. Alright, so where's the point where
And leave his room before a new moon occurs. With Jack Frost draining ice before a new moon occurs.
Okay. Definitely don't like how it fades out there, so.
Leave his room before. Get the bill and leave his room before a new moon occurs.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. Okay, I'll re-edit this. See how many space I have just before that random encounter happens. Let's see. But yeah, you guys can see how editing goes with Nitsa Gamer. Okay, scroll back, scroll back. Okay, so it looks like I do get a little bit of time. Alright, that should be fine.
Bill and leave his room before a new moon occurs. With Jack Frost draining ice before a new moon occurs.
Actually, maybe I can just leave that bit of random encounter-ness in just so I can emphasize just how ridiculous this run is, even though I'm not gonna...
And leave his room before a new moon occurs. With Jack Frost draining ice
Okay, so Jack Frost draining ice attacks. So I just need to get a clip of him attacking us with ice. Hopefully that's his first move he goes with. Let's see. Dark Might. No, he goes for basic attack first. Darn it. Okay, here we go. Bufala, so there we go.
With Jack Frost draining ice attacks and Aquan's repelling ice attacks, any ice attacks on them will make the troll instantly lose his press turns. I, of course, also equipped the Null Ice Magatama on Demi-Fiend, so it was just a matter...
Okay, does he go for another Mabufu attack? Okay, yes he does. I just need to get to the right clip. Nezuchi has been revived. Yeah, because I don't actually bring him back. Okay, hold on. Oh, no, I do bring him back. Never mind. Okay, there we go. Let's do another.
Leave his room before a new moon occurs. With Jack Frost drain in ice attacks and Aquan's repel in ice attacks, any ice attacks on them will make the troll instantly lose his press turns. I, of course, also equipped the Null Ice Magatama on Demi-Fiend, so it was just a matter of using Jack Frost's Dark Might skill to take advantage of...
Okay, so I had Nezuchi die twice in that fight, I guess.
Of course, also equipped the Null Ice Magatama on Demi-Fiend, so it was just a... Magatama on Demi-Fiend.
Okay, I just need to get a clip of Jack Frost going with Dark Might, which he does go for.
So it was just a matter of using Jack Frost's Dark Might skill to take advantage of critical hits. Thankfully, with Demi-Fiend heal-in and some lucky dodges, using Jack Frost's Dark Might skill to take advantage of critical hits.
Okay, so this is where he dies, so...
Thankfully, with Demi-Fiend heal-in and some lucky dodges, Nezuchi was... Thankfully, with Demi-Fiend heal-in and some lucky dodges, Nezuchi...
Alright.
Hits. Thankfully, with Demi-Fiend heal-in and some...
Okay. I'll need to rewind back so that way I can get a clip of when we were doing healing. Hold on. Okay. Let's see. When did we do some healing? Yeah, we didn't really do some healing, did we? We actually just revived. Yeah, I think he actually barely went with any... Oh, wait, no, there's a moment I did heal. Okay.
It's thankfully with Demi-Fiend heal-in and some lucky...
No, hold on.
Thankfully with Demi-Fiend heal-in...
Okay, gotta move it back a bit.
Thankfully with Demi-Fiend heal-in and some...
So yeah, you guys get to see what editing is like. And mind you, I don't have any music added. I mean, aside from that Persona 4 joke that I added, I pretty much don't really have any music added.
I, of course, also equipped the Null Ice Magatama on Demi-Fiend, so it was just a matter of using Jack Frost's Dark Might skill to take advantage of critical hits. Thankfully, with Demi-Fiend heal-in and some lucky dodges, Nezuchi was my only casualty as we managed to brute force our way through the troll. Speaking of Nezuchi...
So yeah, speaking of Nezuchi, because I gotta actually talk about Nezuchi. So Nezuchi, I think I can fuse at level 14. I just don't remember when exactly in the run I fused him. So when did I fuse Nezuchi? I mean, it was definitely when I was in the Cathedral of Shadows at some point. Okay, so looking at my compendium, yeah, I don't have Nezuchi here, but okay, so there's Nezuchi right there. So I guess I fused him at some point here.
But he also has counter.
Do I fuse him here? No, I don't fuse him here. Shoot. I gotta find the clip where I used him. So yeah, this is the pain in the ass part, is doing all this. Oh wait, hold on. Oh wait, this is where I fused him. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's what I have to do for now.
So let's see, what do I got? I really can't use any of these skills.
Are you sure?
Alright. So yeah, you guys can see how editing is.
Speaking of Nizuchi, this demon can be fused at level 14. The reason why we really want to fuse level 14.
Wait, no, I don't look at his stats further. Hold on.
We really want to fuse this demon is because he drains force attacks, which is going to be super useful against a certain fight that I'm sure you're all excited to see.
Alright, let's try this.
Through the troll. Speaking of Nizuchi, this demon can be fused at level 14. The reason why we really want to fuse this demon is because he drains force attacks, which is going to be super useful against a certain fight that I'm sure you're all excited to see. Matador.
Oh boy. Alright, so I think that's all I'm going to show. So there you go. You guys got to see what editing is like. So let's look over what I just edited and see if it works perfectly. So, yeah, after talking about the troll on the first attempt where I don't have the null ice Magatama equipped, like, at all, let's see what I edited just now for you guys.
So the first attempt goes as well as you would expect. Now, the hardest part was making it from the Ginza safe room at full health all the way to Loki's room, get the bill, and leave the room while it's a new moon. Timing this right was tricky, but by leaving the safe room at a full moon, we should be able to get the bill and leave his room before a new moon occurs. With Jack Frost draining ice attacks and Aquan's repelling ice attacks, any ice attacks on them will make the troll instantly lose his press turns. I of course also equipped the Null Ice Magatama on Demi-Fiend, so it was just a matter of using Jack Frost's Dark Might skill to take advantage of critical hits. Thankfully, with Demi-Fiend healing and some lucky dodges, Nizuchi was my only casualty as we managed to brute force our way through the troll. Speaking of Nizuchi, this demon can be fused at level 14. The reason why we really want to fuse this demon is because he drains force attacks, which is going to be super useful against a certain fight that I'm sure you're all excited to see. Matador.
So yeah, there you go. So that's pretty much what I just edited together for you guys, for me editing the troll fight. So hopefully that works so well. This all works well. So yeah, you guys get to see how the editing process of challenge runs, or even just videos in general, actually work. So obviously there are different ways that you can edit a challenge run. But yeah. And yeah, when I'm talking about Nizuchi, I'm also debating whether or not if I'm going to have like an arrow pointer specifically pointed that, look at this, he drains force. If I need to have that or something, or if I need to zoom in on it or something, or just use an arrow pointer, I'm not sure. I mean, I think I do have an arrow pointer somewhere on my computer, and I might do that. Maybe have an arrow pointing at the drain force or something. I don't know. But yeah. Editing is pretty fun, honestly. It is pretty fun, but it is very, very time consuming. So there you go, guys. You guys got to see the first, how many minutes of this run? The first 14 minutes of the run. Oh my god, I spoiled you guys. I spoiled you guys the first 14 minutes of my challenge run. Wow, that's probably way more than I should have spoiled for you guys, but there you go. I spoiled the first 14 minutes of the challenge run with what is going to be, no doubt, an over 2-hour video. So, what do you guys think? You think this challenge run is looking good so far, despite the fact that I don't have any background music for any of the clips? What do you guys think? You think this is going to be a great challenge run? You think this is going to be the next... Sorry, I got something making sounds out my window. My window's open. Can't wait. Awesome. So there you go, guys. I just spoiled you the first 14 minutes of my challenge run. But as you can see, there's still a lot to edit. Like, even within what I've edited so far, I mean, other than adding background music, which I haven't added, there's still a lot of either corrections I need to make, or I need to make sure I look over this and make sure that there's no spelling errors or anything like that. So a lot of this I have to look over and make sure that all of it is done right, spelled right, or whatever. And actually, one thing you'll notice is that if you look at my rules, I have a period at the end of 1, 2, 3, and 5, but I don't have a period at the end of 4. So should I have a period at the end, or should I make sure I get rid of the periods or something? I don't know. What do you think is the proper correction when it comes to explaining the rules? Should I have like a period at the end of each rule, or should I not have a period at the end after explaining a rule? So yeah, little moments like that I have to pay attention to make sure I don't make any mistakes or whatever, because obviously I don't want to look unprofessional. But yeah, editing is definitely requires a lot of patience, a lot of skill, a lot of observation and all that. It's essentially just piecing clips together over audio and all that sort of stuff. And that's not including the fact that I still need to add audio or background music to the stuff I edit. And yeah, it was like after this where I was talking about you can watch these videos or something like that.
Yeah, that is no joke. You can watch these videos to know how flawed the formulas work, because Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne was made by psychopaths who hired students that failed high school math to do the programming.
So yeah, obviously what's supposed to be here, I don't have anything in this spot here, and that's because it's supposed to be a screenshot of the 3 videos that I'm recommending you to watch. So the 3 videos by Robin and Zephyr, where one of them explains how the formulas for magic, physical accuracy, and luck works, and how they're poorly implemented, essentially. So I still need to get a screenshot of that. So yeah, regardless of how much I've edited so far, I either need to correct something, change something, or whatever. Again, within the rule set, do I get rid of the periods to make the rules look a little better, or add a period at the end of 4? Because, yeah, even within this, I still have a period within the sentence, but does it make sense to have a period at the end or something? And, yeah, we must play on hard difficulty and get the true demon ending. There's not even a comma throughout this entire thing. Yet, if you look at every other rule, there's at least either some sort of comma or period within it. So, without a pain in the ass, comma, but make less of a fun run. And then there's a lot of commas within Rule 2 where I explain what we can use in battle. And yeah, there's no commas within Rule 1, but there's a period at the end. So yeah, I don't know if I should get rid of that period or if I should add the period at the end of Rule 4. I don't know. What do you guys think would be better for that? But yeah, anyways, I'm just rambling on, but I'm just trying to find an excuse to at least make this stream worth it. But yeah. If you guys already saw, we already beat Lucifer without using skills on hard difficulty. So there you go, guys. The run is possible. For me, it's on the end, not in every number. What do you mean for me it's on the end, not in every number? What do you mean? Are you saying that I should add a period at the end of 4 or shouldn't add a period at the end of 4 for the rules? Because I obviously want to be consistent. So what are you saying, Frankie Ronan? Are you saying we should add a period at the end of 4 or get rid of the periods on every other number for where it ends? For me, it's on the end, not in every number. I mean, that doesn't really tell me if I need to add a period at the end of 4 or get rid of the periods on every other number. But I guess considering the fact that there is commas within the rules as well as periods within the rules, I guess it makes sense to have periods at the end. So if anything, I think it makes a little bit more sense to add a period at the end of Rule 4 so I can just scroll down and just add a period at the end. There we go. And there we go. I finally have a period at the end of Rule 4. There we go. Corrections. So yeah, it's the little things that you gotta pay attention throughout the entire run and make sure you edit. But there you go, guys. That's my first 14 minutes on my upcoming challenge run. without background music, and you got to see me edit the troll portion, essentially. So, yeah. I hope you guys are excited for this challenge run. I am definitely glad that this challenge run is done and over with. I'm definitely glad that this run is possible. It is possible to beat the final boss fights without using skills on hard difficulty and get the true demon ending. Wow. So yeah, this is where I'm going to be ending the stream, guys. So thank you guys so much for watching this stream. We beat Lucifer. 95 deaths in total throughout the entire run. And now, the only thing that's left for me to do is to pretty much edit this challenge run, record more than the 38 minutes that I already recorded of the video already, because obviously there's going to be like over 2 hours of me just rambling on about stuff and whatever for the entire run. Like, I could show you what the script looks like, but I feel like that would actually be quite cheating for the run, so I'm definitely not going to do that. But there you go, guys. Thank you so much for watching. So if you're really excited to see this challenge run, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and ding the bell for more Tensei Gamer content. Be sure to follow me on Twitter. So follow me on Twitter. Join my Discord server. And check out my other videos, check out my other challenge runs, and yeah, I don't know when I'm going to do another stream, or if I'm just going to dedicate my recording sessions to just recording my lines for the challenge run itself. But yeah, there you go, guys. It is all possible. Thank you, SMT Nocturne. Yep, thank you, SMT Nocturne, and this time without sarcasm. No sarcasm required. We managed to beat the entire game in under 100 deaths. You know what? I think that's an achievement alone. I mean, yeah, we kind of cheated with the skipping the Kagetsuchi phase just so we can prove the Lucifer phase possible, but you know what? Who cares? We managed to beat a challenge run in under 100 deaths. So, that I can be happy with. So, yeah, thank you guys all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next, I don't know if I'm going to do another stream in the near, month or whatever, but I definitely know my next recording sessions are going to be dedicated to just recording audio for the challenge run itself, and then I'm going to be editing the challenge run over time. I'm very busy with work and other priorities in my life, so it's not something that I'm going to be hard focused on every single hour. It's definitely something that I'm going to just do whenever I'm able to. Other than that, it's either just try to prepare for the next video or just work on this video until completion. So yeah, this is going to be the next big Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne run, guys. Can you beat Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne 3 or 3 Nocturne without using skills? So, thank you all so much for watching this stream, and you all have a good day, good night. Like, comment, and subscribe. Ding the bell for more Tensei Gamer content. Check out my other videos, and you all have a great day, good night. Goodbye.